You know, I've made a lot of videos on characters in Expedition 33. You know, Clea Simon, Gustav, Verso, Mael. You probably can name one, and I've talked about them. Even Expedition 60. But the one character that I haven't talked about yet is Julie. Now, who is Julie? Well, Julie is an expeditioner from a very old expedition that we actually don't have a journal about. But what we do know is that on her expedition, Verso and Renoir were there. So we can guess that the expedition that they were on was something around Expedition 90. You see, the reason why Julie's expedition matters so much is because it was the expedition that caused Renoir to stop associating himself with the expeditioners. We know this because in Julie's journal, it goes over the fact of how she kidnapped Verso. But you're probably thinking, how did Verso get kidnapped? He's actually pretty damn strong, even strong enough to take down Simon with Expedition 33. Well, you see, the thing about Verso and Julie is that they were in a relationship. We can confirm this because the way Verso mourns Julie compared to every other expeditioner. Meaning the only reason that Verso let his guard down is because Julie was one of the few people he could ever trust to let his guard down around. But you see, this kidnapping didn't come out of nowhere. Julie cared about Verso so much that she would monitor him during battle, and especially when he got an injury. This time around, Verso got an injury that blew a hole in his chest, and she was like, oh, he's dead. But when she went to go confirm that he was dead, there wasn't a hole in his chest anymore. There was just a slight bruise. And it didn't help that Verso kept denying it. He said, no, it didn't hit me, it just grazed me, which made Julie very concerned because at that point, Verso and Renoir was telling the expedition, hey, the paintress isn't the person that we should be going after, there's someone else. So hearing that, Julie decides not to trust Verso or Renoir anymore and instead kidnap Verso to interrogate him and get information out of him. This went bad very quickly. You see, the reason why it went bad so fast was because Julie decided to bring other expeditioners. And when she told them that Verso was immortal, they didn't care what methods they had to use to get the information out of Verso, leading to this piece of concept art where Verso's impaled basically everywhere, crying in pain. Once Renoir learned about this, he decided to wipe out the entire expedition. All of them. And from that point onward, he would never work with an expedition ever again. This also leads to Verso mourning Julie deeply for many years to come after. But yeah, no, that's really about it for Julie's story. If there was more information on it, I would love to know, but sadly, there isn't in any of the game sources. Maybe in concept art we'll get an image of her, but until then, we ain't got nothing. But yeah, no, that's really about it. So yeah.